why is it hard for guys to find commitment? So this is the thing I would the things that I see for a lot of okay, let me ask you, ladies, before I answer the question, I want to ask you, do you know what guys are looking for when it comes to commitment? So what do let me I want to test you guys on that before I tell you why guys find it hard to commit to women. But I want to ask you your knowledge of what do you believe that men are looking for in women in order for them to fully commit and wife them up one day. I'm interested to hear your that. So I want to ask you guys that question first, and then I'll answer your question because I want to see if you know. So what are men looking for to commit to a woman? I'll start with you, Kayla. What do you think men are looking for them to commit to a woman? Oh, you're on mute, Kayla. Still on mute. There you go.
Am I back on?
Go ahead. Yeah.
Can you come back to me? Come back to me. Sorry, I'm charging
Tofi.
her.
So Tofi, go ahead. What do you think men are looking for them to be committed to women?
Somebody, a lifelong partner, in every aspect of life, someone they can build with, trust. I
Okay.
don't know, respect.
All right. Okay. Why? What do you think? What do you think men are looking for them to commit?
Being a housewife,
Being a housewife. Okay. Anything else?
but not just staying at home, but like also being independent and like being able to hold your own.
Okay. All right. Okay. And then Kayla.
Strong, independent, powerful woman with a hard-working ethic, honesty, loyalty, similar to women that values themselves and will add value to them.
Okay. All right. So this is
Yeah.
very interesting.
Yeah.
So I think this is okay. So thank you for sharing that, ladies. But I think this is very interesting. I think a lot of because one thing I realized for a lot of women out there, especially the modern day women in America, is like they don't know what men are looking for. And out of all the things you guys said right now, and the only thing that men are looking for, I think, was the one thing that why I said like a housewife. Why I said that also, I think Kayla said it was like loyalty. So for men, the only like I'm telling you guys right now, from men, the thing that we look for is we just want a woman to be a wife, know her role, make sure she's feminine, make sure she's very feminine, to make sure she's very, men like a girl that's in shape. Let's be honest, a lot of guys prefer a woman that takes care of her body, that's attractive. So, she's feminine. She's not a hoe. She shows that she is a capable wife. That she's she can be that in that wife role, like cooking and cleaning. That wife said. And what else? She's loyal and she's not giving attention to other men. Honestly, that's what men are really looking for. But the thing is, for a lot of women out there, are not loyal. They're giving sexual attention to other men. A lot of especially on social media, a lot of women out there. And I'm saying this with honesty. A lot of women out there don't know how to cook and clean. Don't know how to be a wife. You guys mentioned strong and independent, right? That's a perfect example. A lot of women think that the men are looking for strong, independent women, and a lot of men are not looking for a strong, independent woman. They just want a woman to come in and be that supportive wife role. But a lot of women out there that they want to be the strong, independent one in the relationship. They want to be the act like the man in the relationship, because women are usually strong, and women are usually independent. Women are usually very masculine because they're strong, independent, so they act like a guy because of something that happened in the past. And for a lot of men, they don't want a very masculine, strong woman. They want a very feminine woman, a woman that's loving, that's nurturing, that's caring. Also, they want a woman that's not a hoe. They want a woman. For a lot of men, they prefer a woman that doesn't have a child, because they know that they date a woman that has kids. It's very complex because there's a lot of things that go along with it. So these are all things that men are looking for to commit. And for a lot of and the thing is, problem today for a lot of women out there that is a lot of these women don't have that. A lot of women are masculine. A lot of women are very promiscuous. They're just, especially in today's dating culture, just having sex with everybody. A lot of women don't know how to be a wife role. A lot of women don't know how to cook and clean. A lot of women don't want to be the wife. They want to be they want to, I don't know if you guys heard it, have you heard of the 50-50 partnership? A lot of women want the 50-50 partnership. There's no roles. I want the man to do, well, the man has to do a man has to be able to do what a woman has to do, and a woman has to do what a man has to do. And the 50-50 partnership is a myth. It doesn't exist in real life. There's only roles. The man has to be the man, the woman has to be the woman, and they willingly come in and love each other and stay in their roles. That's how relationships work. A woman can't do a man's role in a relationship, and the man cannot do the woman's role in a relationship. And those are, I'm just saying this was this is what men are really looking for. But the problem is everything I just said right now is opposite of what women are doing in today's modern day 2021. And that's why a lot of women today are not getting wifed up. And in America, if you look at the marriage rate is decreasing every single year in America. It's getting lower and lower. Men are not marrying women no more. They're choosing not to, because a lot of men are realizing that the things that men are looking for are not what women are portraying or behaving today. So because they're not doing that, so now men are becoming like you guys. They're very selective now. They're like, you know what? I'm just gonna have sex and have fun, but then I'm gonna wait and find out that woman that has all that, and then marry that woman. So a lot of guys will have sex with all these other girls, but then once they find that good woman that has all these things that I just mentioned, that's the woman that he would put a ring on their finger. So yeah. So what's her thoughts on that? That's my answer to that question. What's her thoughts on that? Tofi, what's your thoughts?
My bad.
What's your thoughts?
Okay, hold on. I got so lost in everything you were saying, trying to think of what exactly was the topic question.
Because the question what wife said is like, why is it hard for guys to commit, right?
Okay.
And I told you guys, for a lot of women, they don't know they have no idea that what men are looking for to commit. Because if I ask the modern woman today, like, what do you think men are looking for to commit? There was, men like a strong, independent woman. Men like a woman that that has a career, that's ambitious. They have no idea what men are looking for. So, and I tell a lot of women, no, what men are looking for is pretty simple. They want a feminine woman. They want a loyal woman. They don't want a woman that's giving sexual attention to other men. They don't want a hoe. They don't want a promiscuous woman. If it's available, they prefer to be with a woman that doesn't have kids. And they want a woman that knows her role, to be a wife, that knows how to cook and clean, that knows how to take care of the kids and be in that natural role as be that supporting woman. Those are things that men are really looking for. But the problem is a lot of women today don't exert those qualities, those traits, or those behaviors. That's why a lot of men today are not committing to these women. There's only very few women out there today. I'm telling you, if you look at the women today that men are marrying, I'm telling you, if you look at the women men are marrying, it's women that fits that criteria. I'm telling you, if you look at it, either they're feminine, they want to be a wife, they know their role, they're not promiscuous, they're not hoes, they don't give sexual attention to other men, and they're not masculine, they're feminine. If you look at the type of women that men are wifing, that's the qualities that they look for. And if you look at the women that are not married, and if you look at their qualities, you can clearly see something out of those things I just mentioned gets in one of those things. But that's my thoughts on it. What's your thoughts, Tofi?
Okay. I have a lot of thoughts on this. I feel like commitment nowadays is just rare. The culture we live in, it's just so instantaneous, with social media, and how you can get what you want, and specifically what you want for as long as you want it. You can literally just get exactly what you want. And so as long as, as you said before, men, they want sex. As long as you can have the opportunity to go and get exactly what you want wherever you want it, you know what I mean? Why would you want to commit?
Wait, say that again?
If you can go and get what you want from multiple women and just do whatever you want to do, why would you want to commit to one person? The culture we live in today.
Yeah.
why would men even want to commit? You know what I mean? So the culture plays a factor into why men
Well,
are not committing as well.
no. Well, when you say commit, you mean like commit. When you say commit, when I hear the word commit, it means this guy has chosen. This guy is somebody that he wants to marry. That's when I see the word commit. Does that
Yeah.
make sense? So when the man commits to a woman, that means that he has already, either consciously or subconsciously, he knows that this is a woman he can one day see be his wife and be the mother of his kids.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah. Right.
Right. So the thing is, like I told you guys before, the reason why men are not committing is because all the things I just mentioned, women today in modern day society are not behaving that way. So so for a lot of men, they're taking it, they realize also, so they need to they can't just, they realize today because the divorce rate in America is 50%. And also a lot of men are aware of this also. They know legally, if we marry a woman and we get divorced, we don't have the woman always wins. She always 90% of all divorces, the woman gets custody of the kids. We lose 50% of our resources, and we have to pay child support, and in some cases we have to pay alimony. The legal system in America, the divorce rights in America favors the women not the men in America. So a lot of men today are realizing, well, I'm going to lose out on divorce if I get married, and a lot of these women, their qualities they're showing is not conducive to a long-term relationship. So I need to hold out and wait until I find the right woman.
What women are you talking about?
Hmm?
What women are you talking about? Themselves and not having these upright, morals and whatnot, because that's not what I see. I see a
I didn't say the morals. I said these are things that
no, but if you're out there, majority of the women are hoeing themselves and aren't, being a woman the way that they should be, then what women? Honestly,
no.
you know what I mean? Because from what I see a complete flip, like an opposite world from what you're seeing, because what everything you're saying is what I see in men. And I see more women, especially my age,
Talk about hoeing, talk about having sex.
not just hoeing, but just not wanting to commit, wanting to go and have a very just be free and just do, you don't have to answer to anybody. You can go do whatever you want whenever you want. You can go hang out with your friends. You know what I mean? Like that type of lifestyle. And I see that in men more than I do in women.
No, but no, we're the in today's dating culture, because like I said, everybody's just having sex. Yes, but we're talking about commitment, right? Why
Right.
why men are not committing to a lot of these women? And I just told you guys before. These are the reasons why men don't commit to women. Either the woman is a hoe, either the woman is very masculine, either the woman doesn't accept her role as the wife and be a good not housewife, just be a good wife. She knows how to be supportive, to cook and clean, to let him be the man. A lot of women today give sexual attention on social media to other men. So a lot of men today don't want a wife or woman that's giving unnecessary sexual attention to other men. So and what was one more thing? And a woman, that's pretty much it. Oh, also like a woman that takes care of herself. Like men do appreciate beauty is important to a lot of men. So like a woman that takes care of her body, is pretty, it's fine. But a lot of women out there are not taking care of their bodies and themselves. So that can be a reason why men don't commit. All those reasons are reasons why men are what men are looking for. So if you look at a lot of the women today who are not getting married and or not getting approached by men to commit long term, it's either they fit one of those categories. Either they're too masculine, either they're hoes, either they don't want to be they don't accept their role as being a wife. They don't even know how to be a wife. A lot of these women don't know how to cook and clean. A lot of these women also have kids also, because that's very a lot of guys, they know it's hard to date a woman that has kids. So if you have one of these things as a woman, that is one of the reasons why men are not committed to you. But if you're very feminine, if you know how to be a wife, if you know your role as a woman, and let him be the man. If you're not a hoe, and also you take care of your body, take care of yourself, to be healthy. I'm telling you, those are things that men are looking for, and you will get found and you will get wifed. So if you look at them, telling us right now, if you look at the women who are getting married, if you look at the women who are staying long term, it's one of those reasons. So if you give me a woman, if you give me a list of women who are not married, I guarantee you they fit out of those things, out of their holes, out of they're masculine. They don't want to, they want 50, they're not willing to submit to a man. They want to be strong and independent. I don't need no man. I don't need no man. I don't need a man to take care of me. That's the stuff that's happening today in modern society. Either they already have a child, so that can make it very difficult because a single mom. And also a lot of women out there not, like I said, they're not taking care of themselves. So they let themselves go. And if you let themselves go, shoot. Knowing that guys do appreciate a woman that takes care of it in their body. So those are all reasons right there. And that's like the question was, why are men not committing? Those are things that men look for commitment. So if as a woman, if you want to commit to a man, then it's gonna say those are things you have to work on and on yourself. And then if you do that, I guarantee you those men will commit to you. What's the one thing? Yeah, you disagree. Like, let me hear it.
I feel like that list is just ridiculous. I mean, I'm thinking about, all these women that I know that are married. I'm thinking about all these women that I know that are married.
Yeah.
None of them are perfect. They have one of those, if not two of those on your list. You know what I mean? So it literally just comes down to the guy and his preference. But in a perfect world, I was
give me an example. You said these women that get married. Also, like, give me an example.
Okay, so I have a friend who's married, of course, and she's not the type where she's a pushover. So she's not the type where he gets to really play the man role all the time. Also, they do a lot of 50-50s. So,
like,
you know what I mean?
What do you mean 50-50?
Like, if they go on a trip, he pays for half of it, she pays for the other half.
Yeah.
And that's just been the way, that is just the way it is. And it works. It just depends on the two people. But I don't know.
No. So I give you the perfect example, the 50-50, right? So the thing is, there's no such thing as a 50-50. There's only roles, and we help each other. So, like I said, as a man, for me, like, if I don't want to play the wife role and stay home and take care of the kids, and also cooking and cleaning. I want to be the provider and protector. That's my natural role as a man, right? Now, if I love you as a woman, of course, if she needs a break, hey, she tells me, hey, I'm tired today. Can you cook and clean for the kids? Can you take care of the kids? Hell yeah, I will do that, because that's what relationship is all about. It's teamwork. But I'm saying is, if a woman comes to me and say, hey, if you want to marry me, you have to cook and clean it, and she's making that a requirement and telling me what my role should be as a man, no, I will not marry that woman. I will go to the woman that's willingly be that wife. But if she needs me to help out, but if she needs me to help out as a role, that's what relationships is about. If a man has a bad day or lost his job, and the woman needs to step up to help out providing, protecting, that's what relationships are about. The woman will go and work and help out the man so he can get back on his feet, and then he can start providing, protecting, right? But the thing is, in real life relationships, there are roles. The man has a role providing, protecting, and then the woman has a role. But for a lot of women today is they don't want a role. They want, hey, I want you. They want the man to do what she's doing, and they make that as a requirement to get married. And that's what I'm saying is, no, that 50-50 partnership does not work. But once you get married, yeah, then you help each other out. But I guess a lot of women out there want the man to fulfill her role, and also want the man to fulfill their role. But the thing is, that's not real life. If you look at relationships now, long-term relationships between men and women, especially especially the long-term ones. If you look at the average marriage right now in the US is 7 years. If you look at relationships past 7 years in marriage, if you look at it, it's always two couples that know the man has a role, the woman has a role. They accept both roles and they work out and they live together and they help out each other out. The relationships that don't work out end up failing is the woman trying to do a man's role and they want the man to do the woman role, and it doesn't work out. So that's what I'm saying is, like, if you look at that's so you say that's hey, yeah, of course. Your friend said that you 50-50, yeah, of course, like the guy would help out with his wife because he loves his wife. But I'm sure she's gonna let him be the man. If they do need help, they'll help each other. But she's gonna let him be the man and she's gonna be the woman, and that's why they're still married, and that's why they're doing what they're doing today. What I mean, what are your thoughts, ladies? Come on, share your thoughts. I don't want to be the only one.
Nice.
I don't want to be alone here.
Did you hear? Can you hear me?
Let me ask this, Tofi. Do you know a lot of women today who are straight up hoes and they're all wifed up today? Do you know women like that?
A lot, no, but a good handful, yes.
So wait. You said a what? You don't?
A
do
good
you know
handful, yes. I do know a good handful that are married.
women that were hoes before, but they were married?
They were hoes while dating, then they married, and then they're straight.
Okay. All right. I'm interested to hear if their husbands knew they were hoes. Because I know a lot of times women who, once they meet the right guy, they know this right guy, they don't talk about their history. So once a guy finds out, like I said, if you don't, yeah, exactly. But what I'm saying is, I'm telling you, I'm interested to hear all those girls that were hoes before and they got married. I'm really interested to hear if the guys knew about it. So if they don't know about it, hey, they probably married her thinking she had no idea. But I'm saying if they were upfront with it, which most women would not do. If you tell your woman, if you meet your man, and hey, and tell him all the men you had sex with, I'm telling you that guy is running for the hills. Oh, thank you for sharing that info, and they're going somewhere else. So that's what I'm saying. That's my rebuttal to that. Just because they were promiscuous, but I guarantee you, a lot of them probably didn't tell that to their husband, and they were done with it. They were done with their promiscuous ways. They wanted to find a healthy man. They found it, and now they're living happy ever after. But I'm telling you, if you openly tell your man how many women you have sex with, especially if you have a high body count, the likelihood of that guy leaving is high. All right. And anybody want to answer that? Why? What's your thought? That was your question. What are your thoughts on it? Why? That was your question. Why men struggle too hard to commit? I just told you why. These are the things that men look for. If you have those things, they will commit to you. If a woman, if you exert those certain behaviors, that's probably why they're not committing to you.
The one that got me was when you said about like posting photos and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, I post up photos and stuff, but like it's
Yeah.
not to grab anyone's attention. It's just because it's like self-love. Like, you know, I'm happy with myself in the way and my appearance.
Mm-hmm.
But of course, to another male, it might come off as like hoey.
Yeah, I mean that's just the way it's. Yeah, I'm telling you, for men, a woman's sexuality is something that it's really important to men. So when they want to be with a woman that they're the only one that they have access to, like they're very territorial about your sexuality. So when guys see girls out there posting on social, I'm not saying what you're doing is wrong. You want to feel beautiful, that's fine. But I'm just telling you from the man's perspective, when they see a woman on social media and they're posting like sexually on their body or they're sexualizing themselves, to them they know that you're giving your sexual attention to all these men out there, and they know a lot of guys are probably in their mind are probably reaching out to you. You're talking to a lot of guys, and in their mind they think you're promiscuous. So when men think that you're promiscuous, or then that's not somebody that they want a wife. So that's why I have a lot of girlfriends that I'm good friends with, and they openly post their bodies and they sexualize themselves on social media. Hey, they're free to make their own choices, but a lot of them struggle to attract commitment. They attract a lot of guys that hit them up on their DM. They want to slide and have sex. They get those DMs all the time, but they never get a DM from a guy who's like looking for marriage or looking for long-term commitment. And I tell them why, because for guys, when the woman that they want to marry, they want a woman that's not promiscuous or showing their sexual attention to their body to other men. We want to be the only guy that we have sexual access to your body. Like that's what men care about. Maybe for a lot of women, they don't understand it, but most guys don't want to be with a woman that every guy has seen her tits, every guy has seen her ass, every guy has had sex with, or everybody has had a piece of it. Like no guy, especially masculine men, don't want that. So they just avoid it and go and hopefully they can find a girl that doesn't give their sexual attention to other men, and they'll wife that one. They might hit you up for sex, but the good men that you guys are looking for, like I said, you guys looking for good men. Those are the things that good men would just avoid and find that girl that's just not giving her sexual attention to other men like that. All right. Kayla, what's your thoughts on Wise question?
Um, America sounds nice. I don't know where those people are or where those men are, but it must be nice in America. But our New Zealand culture is so different. I hear that you're talking about marriage a lot, and the culture we have in New Zealand, like 80% of the married people are so unhappy, and the ones that are not married and in such a long-term relationship are the most happiest people that I know. At the same time, guys, especially the young guys, they know what they want. They have a few from your list, but they're the ones who will tell you. Whereas the ones in my generation or my 30s over, they don't know what they want. So that's the hardest part, because they're coming to females to look for that instead of figuring it out themselves on what they want. So finding commitment is very different. But for the ones who know what they want, they definitely love a masculine and feminine woman. FYI, independency, of course, only because it's in that factor of, are you able to stand up for yourself? And some guys, this coming from my family or my cousins on the boys' side, they just like to see that, you can protect yourself. You don't need another man. But when you do have a man, you have a shared protection of your family. That's like double bodyguards for your family and yourselves. So when you're alone, you're fine. When you're together, you're all good, kind of stuff. But I hear you. It's like a fairy tale book kind of thing. But it's nice to hear that. It makes me want to move to America, but I'm not looking to get married anytime soon. But yeah.
No, and it's funny. I love what you say. You said it was rare to hear me talk about what men are looking for, right? And the reason why it's the reason why it's weird for a lot of you women, a lot of you guys listen, all you ladies right now on this. The reason why it's weird for you to listen to me talking about what men want, because I'm saying things that men will never say, and I'm saying things men are afraid to say, because if men talk about their standards of what they want out of men, really what they want out of women, especially in today in America, where everything is so, there's a big feminist movement, there's this very progressive movement. If a man talks about his standards, it's called discrimination. But if a woman talks about her standards, it's called women empowerment. Women, if you look at social media, women have no problem talking about what they want out of men. They will say it openly. They want a guy that's 6 feet. They want a guy that has a good body. They want a guy that has a big dick. They want a guy that has make a lot of money. They want a guy that's strong. They want a guy that's ambitious. Like women, you guys have, in America, like they have no problem talking about what they want, right? But if a man speaks up of what he wants, it's considered discrimination. If a woman speaks up what she wants, it's called preferences. It's called women empowerment. She knows what she wants and what she's worth. So, so that's a lot of women say,
that's the first time I've heard anybody.
That's what I'm saying, because
I'm
saying, because like
America's
I said,
weird.
In America,
all good.
I'm telling you, in America, if you talk about in America, it's in America, because of the radical feminist movement. If a man talks about a woman, he's considered toxic masculinity. He's considered controlling, suppressive. But like I said, if a man says, you know what, I want to be with a woman that has a good body, he would get canceled. He's like, that's body shaming. That but he's body shaming all women. But but that's a physical characteristic of the body. But if a woman says, hey, I want to date a guy that's 6 feet, which is a body characteristic, that's a physical part of the body. That's the same thing. That's a body part of a man. He's 6 feet. But nobody would bat an eye. Nobody will say anything. You know what? Nobody will say anything to that woman. They encourage her. Go get the guy that got 6 feet. That's what I'm saying is, that's why what I'm saying right now. No, most men will never say this. Most men will never say this openly, because in America, if a man says it, it's considered shaming women. It's considered toxic masculinity. I'm gonna be considered as like a misogynist. I hate women. What I'm saying is, if women have standards, it's encouraged. But if a man has standards here and be honest with his standards, then he's discriminating. So all I'm saying is, I'm just telling you guys the truth that many men will never say and afraid to say, And for me, I don't really care about what people think. I'm just gonna speak the truth and the facts. But a lot of women out there, if you want a guy to commit to you, it's women. Men are always looking for feminine women, women who are not hoes, women who may not have kids, women who know their wife role, and who lets him be the man, and women that takes care of themselves, you know, with their body, with their health. Those are the things that men are looking for. And I know it's hard for women to hear, and many men will never say this over, but I will say, because I don't really care what people think. I think this is information women need to hear, because there's a high percentage rate right now in America. Like, women are not getting a lot of women today are not getting married at all. There's a high percentage of single women over 30 to 45. And also a lot of women are not getting married now by men, because remember, you guys control access to sex. Men control access to marriage. We have to be the one to propose and marry you. So a lot of women believe out there that think that, oh, you know what, I don't need to work on myself in order to attract a man. No, it's really important for you to hear this from me, because the guy has to propose to you. The guy has to marry you. He has to decide to take that decision. And if you have no idea what men are looking for, you're just you're living your life and making no changes for your life, and just hoping and wishing that you're gonna magically just find that guy, then that's a fairy. That's not real life. So the way the world works is, if you know what you want, know what the type of the man that you want, know what he wants, and put in the work to attract that guy. A lot of girls out there think that they're just gonna attract the guy that they want without working on the very things that make them attractive. And I'm telling you guys right now, all the things I just mentioned, that's what men are looking for. And if you, whether you want to, it may be hard for you to listen to because you never heard this, or because you come looking at it from a female perspective, but this is.
Nah, I think it's only hard to listen to because you're specifically talking about American men.
Yeah.
I think that's why. But it's cool to hear.
Yeah.
Males.
I think it's in all. I think it's in all cultures, because it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you don't think New Zealand men don't like you think New Zealand men
some, but not
like,
the majority
oh,
of them. Culture's really different. Wants not as similar as American wants, only because our men in this day and age are more, with social media. They know what they want, and it's the only problem is with the New Zealand culture. It's the younger gen that are more specific in what they want, and it's kind of total opposite from your list. And then with the gen now, your list comes in. I mean, my 30s to like over.
Yeah,
that list is what they want.
Well, everybody has their list, right? And it doesn't matter what generation. But the thing is, you can have a list, but the thing is, just because you have a list doesn't necessarily mean it works. So that's what I'm saying is the list. What I'm saying is pretty much it's universal for all men, because it doesn't matter what culture, it doesn't matter what country you're in. Every man don't want to. But if you ask guys, do you want to wife up a girl that has a high body count as a whole? It doesn't matter what country you're in. Every guy will say no. Again, you could be in New Zealand and say, hey, do you want a guy? Do you want a woman? Do you want to marry a woman that's a whole? It doesn't matter if it's in New Zealand, if it's in France, if it's in Tonga, if it's America.
How would they know if you're a hoe though? Isn't it not? I'm sure it's not their business to ask those questions.
No,
if they ask the female, that's our choice if we want to tell them about our past.
I'm saying that's a truth. That's a reality. That's a truth that if a guy finds out you're a hoe, automatically he won't wife you. He's gonna be unattracted to you. But what I'm saying is it's the same here in America. It's the same here in New Zealand. It's the same here in Australia or in Britain. I'm saying what men looking for in women is the same. It doesn't matter what country, what culture, because we're all men. It's the same thing. The same thing for women. You guys all look for the same things in men. You want a strong man. You want a guy that can provide, protect for you, a great father for your kids. That's gonna be loyal to you. And like I said, he's very masculine. And he's gonna loyal to you. Like, you don't want a guy. That's what men. If you ask every woman, those are the type of men they're always looking for. It doesn't matter which part of the world. So, to answer Y's question, why is it hard for men to not commit or take you seriously? Then those are the things that men are looking for. If you, as women, if you work on those things, you can improve your chances to attract commitment. But if you live a life that's opposite of those things I just mentioned, then I said that it will be really, really hard for a guy to take you seriously. That's my response to that.
Even if you were a hoe, I feel like if you can leave that in the past, it should be able to work.
If you're a hoe, my recommendation, don't tell him. Don't tell him, right? Don't tell him. You know what I'm saying? If you're a hoe, don't tell him. Move, don't be around people that might tell him. Move to a different state, move to a different city, but don't tell him. Because I'm telling you guys right now, I do understand. Look, I do understand that sometimes women go through that phase, and then finally they're ready for a long-term commitment relationship. But the best advice I would tell that girl, if you're finally ready for a commitment relationship, you're tired of your hoish ways or hoish lifestyle, when you meet that guy, just don't tell him. Because I'm telling you right now, if a guy finds out, there's a high probability he will leave or he'll be unattracted to you. Because like I said, for men, we care about that. We really care about a woman's body count if she is a hoe. So that's just like I said, I'm just telling you how real life is, and that's just the way it works.